Learning English should never feel like homework. That's why we tell real, fun, and slightly chaotic travel stories, so you can pick up useful language without even noticing. If that sounds like your style, don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe, and come back for a new story every day. Let's go to Paris now and miss a train. He arrived in Paris the night before, full of excitement. This trip was supposed to be smooth. Just a few days in the city, then a quick train ride up north to visit a friend. Nothing complicated. Everything was booked. Everything was planned. He woke up early, had a small breakfast at the hostel, a croissant, a bit of jam, and strong coffee, and made his way to Gare du Nord. It was still morning. The city was busy, but not chaotic. He had his backpack, his train ticket printed out, and a screenshot of the departure time, just in case. The station was enormous. Trains were coming and going, screens flashing in French, people rushing by with suitcases. He took a deep breath and checked the boards. Everything looked fine. His train to Lille was listed. Departure was in a little over 30 minutes. He had time. That was his first mistake. Instead of heading straight to the platform, he decided to explore. The station had cafes, little shops, and even a bookstore. He walked around slowly, pretending to look at souvenirs he didn't need. He even bought a small keychain of the Eiffel Tower, thinking it would make a nice gift. Then he saw a bakery stand. The smell of warm pastries was too strong to resist. He bought a pan of chocolate and found a bench nearby to eat it. As he sat there, watching people rush around him, he felt completely relaxed. He pulled out his phone to check the time. The screen was black. The battery had died. That was his second mistake. Still, he wasn't too worried. He had checked the time earlier. There was no way 30 minutes had already passed. He stood up, looked for the departure board again, and the screen had changed. His train wasn't listed anymore. His heart skipped. Maybe it had moved to a different platform? He ran toward the ticket counters, asked someone in English, and a reply came with a small shake of the head and a polite smile. "I'm sorry, monsieur. That train has already departed." He stood there, slightly out of breath, holding his now empty coffee cup and his useless paper ticket. He had missed his train, not because of traffic, not because of delays, simply because he wandered around too long, trusted his memory, and didn't check the platform soon enough. He walked over to an empty bench and sat down. For a minute, he didn't move. Around him, people rushed, announcements echoed overhead, and trains kept arriving and leaving like nothing had happened. He wanted to feel angry, but instead, he laughed. Quietly at first, then a little louder. It was such a classic mistake. One of those things you hear about in travel blogs or funny videos. And now was his story. After calming down, he went to the ticket office. The woman behind the counter was kind. She offered him a spot on the next train, one leaving in about an hour. It wasn't free, but it wasn't too expensive either. He agreed and bought the new ticket. This time, he didn't go anywhere. No snacks, no walking around. He stood near the correct platform, holding his new ticket like it was made of gold, eyes glued to the departure screen. When the time came, he boarded without trouble, found his seat, exhaled. As the train pulled out of Paris, he looked out the window and smiled. Not because everything had gone perfectly, but because it hadn't, and he'd still figured it out. He realized that travel isn't about perfection. It's about what you do when things don't go according to plan. And now, he had something to laugh about with his friend when he arrived. Did you enjoy that one? You probably didn't notice, but you just practiced real-life English while traveling, asking for help, understanding instructions, and dealing with mistakes. If you've ever missed a train, a bus, or even a plane, leave a comment and tell us what happened. And come back tomorrow. There's always another story waiting for you.